Hi, and welcome to an Odd Job Motors video. This time we're talking about something I just picked up, which is this 1972 Russian, or Soviet actually, Neptun outboard motor. This is supposedly 18, owner actually said 19 horsepower or 20 horsepower. I haven't been able to do any research on it yet. But it is quite unusual. They were never imported to the United States in the 1970s. So this one is pretty cool. Take a quick look at it here. It's, as you know, I have the Russian Whirlwind or Vihor motors. I have a 1960s example, and my son Harry has one from the 1980s. This motor, the Neptun, is sort of the Mercury to Whirlwind's Johnson and Evinrude. It is a much nicer made motor, I have to say. It has a real hood latch in the back, and then this fiberglass hood. Or actually, I'm not sure that this hood isn't actually something called Duraplast, which is what the East German Trabants were made out of. I don't know if you can see it here on the camera, but it's this brown, like almost like a Bakelite material. It's heavy as anything. This hood must weigh 15 pounds. But anyway, I hope it hasn't got any cracks in it now. I wouldn't want to have it fall over on it, because I do think it would probably shatter if it doesn't have any give or flexibility to it. But anyway, take a quick look at the motor here. As you can see, it's a 2-cylinder motor. It has a big honking carburetor on it. I haven't been able to do any research on it yet. So I can't tell you if it's loop charged or cross-flow motor, but it does have the original spark plugs in it, or as translating from the Whirlwind manual, they call them candles in Russia. And it has these interesting Bakelite spark plug ends. It has 2 coils, one for each cylinder, and then hopefully up here underneath the flywheel it's got points and condenser. We've had a devil of a time on Harry's 1980s Vihor trying to get the electronic ignition working. But anyway, I think this one is probably points and condenser. Something interesting to take a note of is this recoil starter looks awfully Scott Atwater-esque, as does the tiller here, the tiller grip. I'm not sure why they decided to copy Scott Atwater, but there you go. One of the interesting things this hobby does is the people that it brings you in contact with, be it veterans, when you go and you respond to an ad in Craigslist and you meet a veteran, or other people, many times older people. It's really cool that you get to meet different people, and the guy that I bought this motor from is no exception. Maybe even something more unusual. He emigrated from Russia. He actually bought this motor in a sporting goods store in downtown Moscow in 1972, and he emigrated to the United States in 1976. He was a textile engineer, and that was when Russia finally was allowing some people to leave if they wanted to. And he says that every day he blesses God for the freedoms that the United States offers him. So there's something sobering to think about, especially with an election coming up. Anyway, of course, it being a Russian motor, it has to have a red propeller. All of them do. But anyway, that's just a short video about this, since I just pulled it out of the trunk of the car. And I'm actually going to dig in and start seeing what I can find out about it. It does turn over, and it actually looks to be in excellent condition. He said he'd never really used it more than a couple of hours, and just based on the outward looks of it, I would believe him. But anyway, that's this quick Odd Job Motors video. We hope to see you out on the water.